Everybody, welcome to the Sports Report, Spartan Sports Report here on TV3. Sam and I are happy to be joined by the athletic director at CHS, Brent Duncan. First question is the schedule good for this week?
Yeah, so far.
As of now.
As of now, the freshman boys and freshman girls are going to play tonight. So, freshman boys start at 6, and the freshman girls will be in the field house right after 6. So,
what's the capacity of the field house?
Well, for full capacity, it's 404.
How many do you let in?
Right now, 101.
101.
25%. So,
is that math?
That's math
from your school?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wondered.
That's from my dad. He taught me how to do that a long time ago.
As long as we have that many folks, that'd be great.
Well, if we get to the point where we have to, we'll let the boys finish their freshman game first, and if we need to, we'll move some of the fans and ask them to leave that came just to watch the boys game, and then the girls will take place right after. But we're playing Franklin County, so if we get 101 people at the game, it'll be good.
You might check the sports schedule at CHS today, starting today and for this week. As Brent talked about, Monday boys and freshman basketball at Franklin County starting at 6 in the new field house.
Yep, and the boys are at 6, and the girls will be right after them at 7:15 or so.
And a boys' game with 6-minute quarters lasts approximately?
I assume they'll be done about 7.
Okay.
So by the time they get halftime and everything in.
On Tuesday, swimming at Spartan Pool with Newcastle. That starts at
5:30, and that's actually was a home meet for Newcastle, but Newcastle's pool is under repair currently, so they're going to come down here tomorrow.
Wednesday, the gymnastics preview night, 6 o'clock in the gym at CHS.
6:30.
6:30?
Yep.
Okay. Thursday, freshman basketball, girls and boys with East Central at 6.
Yep, and girls will be first that night. Currently, although I found out today their varsity team just got quarantined, so I may get that phone call here, so I don't know if that includes the freshmen or not. So.
Well, we'll
East Central?
Yes. So we'll find out.
On Friday, swimming and diving invitational to CHS Pool at 6. How many schools are you expecting?
There's 4 schools, and Seton Catholic has a handful of swimmers that are coming. And Friday night's the diving portion only, and currently there's no spectators because of the number of athletes that are going to be in the pool, which is a small confined area. So it's all athletes only this weekend for that.
And Friday, Spartan basketball, and the girls and boys, home with South Dearborn. Girls will be at 6 o'clock in the bowl. The boys varsity at 7:30 in Spartan Bowl, and the junior varsity games will be in the Spartan Arena.
Yeah, we'll start the varsity girls game at 6, and we'll start the JV boys game at 6 in Spartan Arena. And then we'll wait to play the girls JV game once the varsity girls is over, and then once the varsity girls is over, we'll get the boys on the floor. Both against South Dearborn, and yet to be seen what the seating capacity is based on our caller outcome come Wednesday. So if we happen to go red, we'll be down to 2 tickets per participant only, and if we stay orange, we'll have the 1,300 vouchers that we had last time.
Provided the visiting schools with tickets?
They have theirs, yes. Okay. They know they can have 2 currently.
Okay.
So they can get those ahead of time.
And Saturday, another busy day, diving invite, CHS Pool. Starts at 10 o'clock. That's swimming only?
Yep, just the swimming portion.
And wrestling at Franklin County at 8:30 in the morning?
Correct.
Spartan basketball, varsity, and JV at Richmond at 6 and 7:30.
Yeah, and the ticket situation there is 2 tickets per person only, so there will not be any tickets at the gate.
They're red right now.
They're red, and if it doesn't matter if they're red or orange, they're not going over that the whole year. So
okay,
there will never be more than 2 tickets per person.
Did they do some remodeling at Tiernan?
I think they put in some new things.
They took out the old bleachers, and now it seats about 5,000, I think, where before it was like the 4th largest in the state.
7,200 or something.
Surprising.
I haven't seen it yet, but I know there won't be any tickets to the public at that event at all on Saturday.
Well, that's unfortunate because I think the Spartan fans would, as they always do.
Well, it's unfortunate for all of us at any time, whether it's boys basketball, girls basketball, wrestling, swimming, gymnastics. It's just not a good time for our fans that are true Spartans fans to get in and watch our kids participate. So hopefully that'll change here before long, but it might be next season before it changes. So
it's 1,300 tomorrow night for
Girls.
Girls.
We're going to have a clicker at the door. We have not reached 1,300, so we're not actually giving vouchers out. Lawrenceburg has vouchers, but we're not passing vouchers out for the girls. We're going to have a clicker. If we get to 1,300, we'll shut it off.
And everybody comes in the cafeteria
Everybody has to
doors?
come in the cafeteteria door, and we'll enter through the main entrance, and we'll try to keep tabs of the number of people that are in there. And if we happen to get to the 1,300 fans, which would be great, unfortunately, we'll have to shut the doors after that. So, but we haven't reached that number yet for the girls. So,
and as Sam pointed out, if we turn red Wednesday, that means there'll be a limited number of tickets for Friday's doubleheader.
yeah, it'd just be 2 tickets for each player, manager, and coach for both schools. So, hope it's not red, but
Right, keep our
we don't
fingers
have control
crossed.
over
We'll
that.
stay
so.
orange. Hope so. Right.
Be nice to go yellow.
It'd be nice back to green or whatever the top color is. So.
Or no color at all, or something.
Hopefully we'll get there. As everybody continues to do what they're supposed to do, that will help. So
Yeah. People are getting shots in the arm as we speak.
that's what I hear. Are you in line?
Not yet.
Don't have to say if you are or not. So.
Not yet.
Be interested to see what happens with that.
But I will.
So.
Let's review last week. Pretty good week for the Spartans, girls and boys.
Yeah, the girls had a good game with Hagerstown. You know, they've been really good the last couple of years. And you never knew the outcome until the very end. We kind of trailed a little bit more at each quarter, and each quarter we cut it down just a tad and finally got the lead. And we kind of seesawed up and seesawed down and hit a couple
game
of
with
big
Newcastle
shots.
as well. Earlier in the week.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's been
1
two
point
good
win.
2 good wins for the Lady Spartans this week. So it's good
The
to
boys
see
had a
that.
pretty good ball game.
Yeah, we were a little concerned just from my standpoint when you got a 6'10" Ball State recruit on the other side of the floor and a
Yeah.
couple other smaller college recruits for their guards coming in. So.
They have a very good team.
They're going to win a few games. I know they've lost 2, but they lost to us in Delta.
Yeah.
As you know, Delta beat us. So
I was impressed with the play of both being this early in the season. That was their second game, the Spartans' third, but I thought it was well played.
well, I think for our standpoint, we're just young, and so we're going to have some ups and downs just because, you know, at one point in time there were 3 sophomores on the floor, and I could see that as things progressed, you know, the numbers are going to change and the people are going to change. And we've had some out with injuries, and they're just starting to get back, and some have been quarantined. So, but I hope we make improvements over the course of the year. You know, we don't have 2.5 people that for the varsity team that played any time last year at all. You know, and
Yes.
you know, for the girls, we got a new move in, so she's gelling with the kids, and we got a lot of inexperience on the girls' side outside of, you know, Elise, who came back last year and played, and Dakota's now as a senior, and then Sarah was a freshman last year, and Paige is a junior now. So we're still pretty young in the girls' side. So hopefully, we've had some compliments from the officials from our girls' program of who officiated last year compared to this year, just watching them, and you know, we're 3-4 right now in that program, and
It's good.
that's a good turnaround from last year. And we'll have a tough one tomorrow night. Lawrenceburg's pretty athletic coming in. So wrestlers went 1-3 on the weekend, which wasn't good for them, but we've got a lot of kids out because their contact traced out. So we lost because of the forfeits that we had to get because of the weight classes we didn't have a kid in. But, you know, hopefully we'll get everybody back before long. And swimming is back in the water, and they're going to get a chance tomorrow night to spend about 10 or 11 days since they've had to have a meet. So we'll see. And then get gymnastics out there on Wednesday night, see what the girls have. So
Saturday night was a great home season opener.
yeah, I mean, if you're a pure basketball fan, you got to see a pretty good contest that didn't really get separated by many points the entire game. So nip and tuck, back and forth, and thought we had it won, and they got a shot at the end, and then you know, Jonah made a great pass to Sparky in the corner, and he drilled it. So.
And congratulations to the crowd of the 1,300 people.
Yeah, we weren't
Had a
quite
good
there,
time.
but it was they were loud, and I keep thinking if he hits that shot with 5,000 people in there, what does it sound like? So it goes a little bit different
It would
feeling.
have been had we not the virus problem, I'm sure.
Yeah, you know, and I know as our sports team do better, obviously our crowds get bigger. So hopefully we'll get out of that red, and unfortunately until we even get the blue, it's still 25%. So we're going to be stuck at that 1,300 number probably for most of the year this year. So good or bad?
What's unfortunate, and let's keep our fingers crossed that we get a full season in.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for the kids, and it's unfortunate
Yes.
for our fans that like to come to the games and support our kids. And as you said, it's important that we get the entire season in. So
Yes.
hopefully we'll get a spring in for those kids who didn't get a chance to have a season last year. So.
No, the HSA is planning on it and hoping that.
We've heard a lot of compliments about the progress of just keep moving forward for the kids, and it's part of their everyday psyche, and it's everything that keeps them kind of in a good spirits. And you walk around, you see the kids that don't have a set routine anymore because they're not sure. They're hybrid. We're hybrid, so they know what they're doing, but it's not their normal structure that they're used to. And I'm not so sure if I was 17 how faithful I would be to sit and do what I'm supposed to do if I didn't have to sit and do it. So hopefully we'll get back to some type of normalcy for them.
Yeah, they need to be in the classroom, right?
Oh, I think they do. I think we got a lot of successful kids, but there's a lot of successful kids that have good work habits, but they also have a lot of structure in their life. Right now the structure's a little bit kind of in disarray. So.
And I think it would be hard for those that maybe don't have as much structure, or face it, there are those that aren't as disciplined. So it's important to have them in the classroom as much as you can.
No, I think all those positive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, if your parents work and you're at home by yourself, I'm not sure I would have been.
I'm not sure I would have been either.
Computer, or in my case, it might have been an abacus. But
yeah, you did Chinese arithmetic, right?
Yeah. So.
During the holidays, you've got some tourneys planned?
Currently.
As of now, right.
I talked to the AD at Kokomo today because he hadn't sent any info out.
And that's near Rusheville where the
girls are in Western. They're both in Howard County, and they're meeting tomorrow to determine if they should have multiple team events coming on and happening in their county. So we'll find out tomorrow if those two things
You won't know until
on.
then what team you're playing?
Well, if we play, the boys are playing Valpo, and the girls are playing it's either North Decatur or drawing a blank on it.
It's a long way to go to play North Decatur.
Yeah, I can't remember the other one. It's Western North Decatur. I can't think of the next one off the top of my head.
Kokomo is the scene of the Phil Cox Memorial Tourney, right?
Yes, second year. So it's got 8 schools in there. I don't know all 8 of them, but it's a pretty good slate. I know Garin Catholic and Valpo and us and
Jeffersonville last year.
Jeffersonville. Trying to think the other ones. But I looked at it today. Can't remember, but there's a good group of
and
teams in there.
You have any starting times yet?
We're going to play at noon on the 29th. And then if you win or lose, you're going to play at noon on the 30th. So we were just looking at that today. So we'll see. I'm hoping the call tomorrow from Nick is not a bad call.
Would you try to make up any of those games on another day, another time? I mean, with other...
Yeah, we would try to find a person. Maybe we can get a single game in over that time. Otherwise, it's a long period of time from the 23rd to January 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the same with the girls. I know Triton Central called today. For the girls, we got a couple openings still. It's just trying to find a date. But if our tournaments go down, then I don't know. We'll have to scramble and try to find some opponents. So we can't go 13 or 14 days without playing something. So we'll see. Everybody's going to be in that boat.
On the other hand, we may need to. We don't know.
Well, you never know. I mean, unfortunately, our freshman boys team got quarantined out last week, so we're waiting for all of them to get back. They came back Saturday, so now we're getting back. So you just never know. I had an AD call me today, and I said, he goes, "Hey, Brent, how you doing?" I said, "Well, I hope this isn't a bad call because we don't play you today." I said, "Well, it doesn't matter." So, but hopefully it'll be good.
We spoke of the Spartans having good luck at Spartan Bowl last week, and here's some clips of those ball games. TV3 was there, so let's watch it right now.
Hagerstown had a nice team. They had some size.
Yeah, they've been pretty good the last couple of years. I know they're not quite as good as they were last year, but those twins, and they had the girls inside that were pretty good. It was just nice, we got down early, and it was nice to see our kids come back and keep scrapping and fighting. And, we switched defenses 3 times from man to zone to press, and I think that rattled them a little bit.
Yeah, and it's good that the girls have a little bit of experience now and adapt to that. And I just see the ball movement, the court awareness improve so much from the end of last season.
No, I agree. You can see that they're working on trying to find the offense and they're looking for people and they're not just trying to penetrate and throw it up or shoot it from the three-point line all the time.
Good inside play right there.
It's probably Miranda's best game. I think she's played
Yeah.
all year. So hopefully that'll just continue. And then Carson moved in this year and she's got the ability to shoot the three. And she made a great behind the back move and a little popper at the end of the third quarter to, I think, tie it up or give us a lead or whatever it was right there. And then and there was a little more spunk out of them, just a little feistiness out of them.
Well, and confidence. I see a lot more confidence. So not turning the ball over like they were.
And they honored the seniors, which was very nice.
Yeah, they want to do their senior night early, and we leave it up to the kids and the coaches when they want to do it, and they were just afraid they wouldn't get something in, maybe as we went down the line a little bit, so they wanted to do it quickly.
There's a little boys action. There's the big guy.
Well, he came in needing 22 points to get to 1,000, so we had it set up that if he got to 1,000, and Braxton had a good game coming in for his very first time after coming back from being out, waiting on his tracing to get out.
Yeah, he earned our star of the game, FCM Bank Player of the Game. So.
And James has done well inside around the post, and I don't think Toby shot, but Toby had a lot of assists this game, so he saw the floor well. And,
yeah, he runs it very well. What I thought was interesting was their big guy, the 6'10" player, as rough and tumble as that was, he did not have one foul called on him.
No, it was a pretty physical game, but Kerry does a good job. When the ball goes to the post, you'll notice our guards all dive to the post, so it makes it tough for them to put the ball on the ground to try to maneuver. If you're a basketball purist, you just watch James around the bucket how he uses his body to get himself open. He understands angles, and kids have done a great job to get him the ball. Well, hopefully that'll continue. He's just a sophomore, and Braxton's a sophomore. And hopefully those things will continue, and they'll work on their games, and they'll grow.
That was Myers' first ball game.
Yeah, he unfortunately got contact traced out
so
by sitting by a person that was positive in class. So those
he did
things
real
happen.
well early in the ball game, which was very important.
So
There we go to overtime.
had the shot to win it and just didn't go in, and we had the rebound, didn't get the follow-up bucket. But I told their coach, I said, yeah, we'll stop and honor him, but our goal is to keep the score at 21-20 so he can't get to 22. And he got 16, so his next game's at home, so that'll be good for him.
Be better for him to
get
get
the
it at home.
1,000
Yeah.
point at his home gym. And
Yeah.
Cole had a big three there
Oh, yes, he did.
late in the quarter or whenever that was that he hit that. So
Terry drawing up the final play, I guess, there from the overtime.
And there's Sparky, bullseye.
Yeah.
we had a couple open looks early, they just didn't get it to go down. So it's always good to see a kid hit one when there's a little bit of pressure on you. But they got their look to tie it. The three came up way short. Any W is a good W.
Yes, it is.
So it doesn't matter what
that's
it looks
all
like or what the score is. It's all.
Spartan fans went home happy for sure.
So,
For the size difference there with Cole. Cole did a good job against.
yeah, he's 6'10" and nuts. We've had 6'10" skinny guys.
Yeah,
he
but
was solidly put together.
Yes, he was.
He was no Kwame James that played for Lawrence North. It was about 6'10", 280, all muscle. But he's a good-looking player in Boston. He's going to Ball State, and then their guard's going to Olivet, which is over there where Jacob's at.
That'll make a good combination with Jacob.
And Indiana Wesleyan's got one they're looking at. So they got three that's going to go play somewhere right now. I'm not sure we have three right now, but
Well, we might. We don't know.
So
We don't
none
know.
that I've heard of currently. So we'll see. Not all want to go to
But
college
you talk
to play
about,
basketball.
we had three sophomores on the floor at one time.
Sure.
They continue. They'll start getting some looks.
And two sitting on the bench. So there was five of them that were dressed. So.
After having 5 seniors last year graduate, why? A lot of the youngsters moved up from the
Well,
JV.
when you think of it, you really just had Jonah and Toby who had a lot of experience, and then Cole got a lot more experience when Ethan got hurt. So we really only had 2.5 kids coming back with a lot of varsity experience. So it'll be a little bit of trying times as we move through some of our opponents on our schedule. So
Yeah, we play tough schedule.
I know everybody doesn't always like it, but Kerry sometimes doesn't like it, but he also understands it. So he always has a say-so if we keep him or not. And we try to give our coaches the opportunity. Sometimes it's just hard to get a new team at the right time on the schedule, so you try to stay with what you have until you know you got one in your pocket before you tell them we're not coming back. So
I like that tough schedule. I think it prepares us because we don't know, in a year we may be back in 4A. We don't know.
I mean, we'll find out.
We're always right there on the bubble, and we need to keep those 4A schools on our schedule.
Well, it's easily, we were talking about baseball schedule, the HHC, which is Rushville's old conference with Delta and New Pal and all those guys. They're changing their baseball schedule just now, so we're trying to move games. And we play 5 of them on Tuesdays or Wednesday, which is when they need to play their conference games now. So it's just always something. Someone said, well, just drop them. Well, you can't, because in baseball, if we go back up to 4A, that's where we go and that's who we play. So, and when we were 4A in basketball, that's who we were playing. So
right.
We'll, and they're good schools. They're quality schools, real close, and they don't have to drive a long way to get good competition. So. Schedule will change a little bit, won't change much. So,
but picked up Noblesville this year in place of North Central.
Noblesville came in place of Muncie Central.
It's Muncie Central, okay.
And Jennings County came in place of North Central.
Okay,
so.
Which is good, and we kept Larry North.
2 more years.
That's good. I like.
But I think they got to come to us this year. So it always seems to be a little different place to play when they come down here. So. And Jennings County is going to come here all 4 years, so that's a good move on our part. So
That's great. I'm impressed with the JV team too. I think Charles, Andrew doing a good job as their coaches.
Yeah, I watched them a little bit, and there were some times in the JV game where I thought I was getting away, and Charles called timeouts in what I thought was a good time based on what was happening on the floor. And, he played in college at Indiana IU East for 4 years, and he's learning. And Andrew's helping out, and they're both learning, but I think they've done a good job. And, you got to think about what they're doing. You're playing without at least 3 of your kids that you're used to playing with. That would really just be on the JV team if we had a lot more upperclassmen playing, and we don't have that many upperclassmen. So it's a little different turnaround trying to find guys that haven't had to score that are needing to score.
Does the freshman team have a full schedule?
Yeah.
Good.
So as long as everybody, we've lost 4 games already because the other teams have been in trouble or COVID, or we had to cancel 1 or 2 for us. So, but we're trying to make them up. But everybody's in the same boat we are, all trying to find dates, and you only have so many dates on your calendar. So we're working at getting more games added back. But it's been a struggle for all of us, I think. So we tried to get somebody to come Saturday night. Had officials ready and everything, and nobody showed up and called and said we wanted to come and play. So hopefully we'll get them made up.
Yes, right. Here are the area basketball team records for the boys teams. Union County 0-1. They lost 63-51 to Talawanda. Home with Winchester Friday at Nicetown on Saturday. Richmond 0-2. Lost to Marion 78-60. To New Palestine 71-47. At Indiana Tech. At Indianapolis Tech Friday. I believe that's Attucks. Should be Friday, and home to the Spartans on Saturday. Franklin County is 2-3. They won 66-63 over South Ripley at Greensburg on Saturday. Rushville 0-4, lost 63-51 at Franklin County at Lawrenceburg Friday. Saturday home with Centerville. Cambridge City is 2-2. They won over Anderson Prep 63-60. Home Thursday with North Decatur at Eastern Hancock Saturday. Centerville 0-3. The Bulldogs lost 52-29 to Wapahani at Rushville on Saturday. Area girls records: Cambridge City 2-2. They lost 17-15 to Westdale at Randolph Southern Friday. Home with Union City on Saturday. Centerville is 1-6, 50-27. They lost to Anderson Prep at Blue River on Saturday. Union County 6-1. They won 42-31 over South Decatur. Home with Winchester Friday at Nicetown on Saturday. Richmond is 2-3. They lost 33-31 to Hagerstown. Home with Lawrenceburg Friday. Rushville 6-4. Lost 50-48 to Greensburg at Batesville Saturday. Franklin County 4-6. They lost 68-62 at Shelbyville at Batesville Friday, at Oldenburg on Saturday. You see these scores and number of games played, it's hard to believe. We're nearing pretty soon we'll be at midway of the girls' schedule.
Yeah, I mean, we've already got 7 under our belt. We'll have 8 tomorrow night and 9 come.
Right. You play 22?
Well, we have 20 in a tournament.
Okay.
Well, actually, we had 18 in 2 tournaments, and then we lost the first tournament. So we've
the
been
season
trying to
ends
find.
on the end of
By the end of January,
Mhm.
first week of February will be tournament time, and it's hard to think that we're at Christmas just in about 2 weeks. So I can tell you that because my 9-year-old home keeps counting down the days. So moving the mouse. So,
Yeah,
it's
the
just,
season, and so ADs all over the state's going to have a lot of problems trying to reschedule
well,
games.
yeah, just at crunch time because you don't. We had somebody want us to move one of our games to this Saturday, which we could do. We're not going to have a lot of fans go to Richmond because we're limited, but that would give our girls a game on Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Tuesday. That's 4 games in 8 days, and that's just not. If we were more veteran and more experienced,
Sure.
then that'd be a different story. So we told them we'd just keep it where we rescheduled it once, and we'll just leave it where it's at. Plus, it'd have to go to an away game, and it's supposed to be a home game, so we'll just keep it here. So.
Sure.
But it's just a short period of time left to try to get games in that are messed up. And if you got conference games from other teams, you know what other people have
priority,
that
sure.
might have conference games to make up, and we need them to play, but they don't have a spot. So we keep searching. Every now and then you find someone that matches up the nights you need, but it's not as easy as everybody thinks it is just to go schedule somebody.
We're going to run out of days before long.
Pretty soon we'll be talking about baseball and softball and track. Won't be long. Track season actually starts February.
Warm weather, but
Right.
I'm not ready for basketball to be over.
Well, I don't think some people are ever ready for basketball, but there's 19 other sports to go along with it.
Well, I like
So,
them too.
Yeah, track actually starts middle of February, their actual start practice time, so it's just around the corner.
Well, you got a new facility for them to practice in.
Yeah, that's good. It's just a scheduling nightmare at times because everybody
Well,
now
that's
needs
true.
in there,
Needs
which
it
is a
because
good
of that,
thing.
yeah.
But
Then the track begin with an indoor meet at Anderson.
we get indoor meet typically at East Central with just the conference, and the next weekend it's actually Jay County's indoor meet, but it's ran at Anderson College. So, or if it is it college now or university, whichever
University.
it is. So, but yeah, those are the first 2 indoor meets, and then we
right.
get to spring break, and then we head to the outdoors. So, but it won't be long. If you told me as we said in the summertime that we were playing today, I would have said we were all crazy. But it's happy that we're moving forward, and our kids are getting an opportunity to do the things they love to do.
Sure.
So,
Well, it's been rough on everybody. I know ADs and the teams and the fans.
I feel bad for our true patrons that want to come and watch our kids play, and I feel bad for the kids because they don't get that same experience of whether it's running into the tunnel with the packed house or you got everybody in the pool that can be entered scrammed and jam-packed or whatever it is. It's a different feel for all the kids coming in, and it's a different feel. I know every week we get calls in the office, what's the voucher situation this week for Drake? Can I get a voucher already for Friday? Well, can't get anything for the weekend until we get past Wednesday. So it's just one of those crazy, crazy times. And I hope it's only one time that we have to experience it.
Last week you told me on Tuesday that we were going to stay orange. What's your prediction this week?
I don't know. I think the cases went up last week, but I'm not sure. So I'd say we're in that same general area. We could go either way.
Yes.
Love to see orange, but wouldn't shock me to be red. So
I think that Fran and I are blessed to be able to bring people at home the games, and we hope both of us, him through TV, me through radio, that somehow that helps ease the pain. That
Well, at least
we're glad that we're there for that, and hope that we can continue to be that.
and it's good for our people that cannot be there to at least have those 2 opportunities to see. And some people are looking to Facebook stream it live, and different schools are doing different things. So
Well, busy week for the Spartans this week.
something home every night this week.
A lot of
So
action, and as always, we want to thank you for bringing us up to date.
happy to be here. Anytime to talk about the Spartans is great.
Right, especially their wins.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be learned from a loss too, but the wins are much better.
Thanks everybody for watching us on this edition of the Spartan Sports Report. Have a nice evening.